Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 in this daily hodl show, live show. Man, wow, what a morning. Guess what? I want to show you something. Something that's, you're like, so what? Who's got gold? Damn. $4,050. Ethereum, you've got some trouble. You got problems, Ethereum, because the news is not even talking about this. The news is like, gold, yeah, gold, hey, gold at $4,000, 4,000. Did you hear that? Well, yeah, that's right. The news is not saying shit. They're silent. They might mention it like part time, right? They're like, yeah. Something about that. And that shows that we've got a long way to go. Scary amounts of time to go. Oh my goodness, man. It is going to be an interesting ride. Yeah, I'm just setting some stuff up. Oh, Jesus. Hate it when things are not quite clear as what I need to do on the screen. And it is, of course, there to go. There we go. All right. Setting a few things up, and yeah. So, I forgot one more thing. I wanted to show you guys, right? Make sure, right, you hit the like, hit the subscribe. Head over to b4b.davincij15.com, also satoshi15.com, right? And get some Satoshis, right? Because, man, they're on sale, right? Before it was like 800, so you can get more now, more Bitcoin with Satoshis, right? All right, gold rally implies that 444K per Bitcoin equivalent value, right? 444K, Interesting, right? I guess that's because the market cap of gold should match the market cap of Bitcoin, right? Because they're both money storage units. So, I guess so. Yeah, that's fine with me. From your typing keyboard to God's ears. Anyways, U.S. Bitcoin ETF U.S. Bitcoin ETF post second highest inflows since the launch on crypto rally. The U.S. spot ETF is recorded at 1.18 billion in inflows on Monday, the biggest day since early November 2024. Wow. Well, I mean, it's obvious, right? That you want to do that, right? You want to buy some Bitcoin, right? But that has created something interesting. BlackRock's most profitable ETF is now a hair away from 100 billion in total assets held. They've made 245 million in fees over the past year, making it one of the most profitable ETFs for the firm by a wide margin. Jesus. Wow. Well, they collect fees in dollars, right? And you know what? I'm doing the same thing. I'm collecting fees in sats, though. Sats. I'm not interested in their dollars, man. Sats. So yeah, there is a fee, but it's not much, right? If you go here, the fee's like, and no matter how much you trade, it's 4 cents each time, right? If you click on this, right, and you trade here, it's 4 cents each time, not a percentage, right? But if you guys choose to buy it, right, with Solana, and you go here and buy it, well, there is a small fee, right? 0.25%, right? Of how much you buy, right? It is what it is, right? You don't have to buy it that way. You can buy it another way. And that's another option that you can choose, but that's up to you. Okay. No, everybody is in profit practically if you own Bitcoin practically. Because come on, I mean, there were some people who bought Bitcoin at the top, but it's okay. Probably dollar cost average, you're probably still in profit. Okay, a supply and demand framework for Bitcoin price forecasting. A peer-reviewed study suggested that Bitcoin could hit 1 million as early as 2027. A little difficult, but not impossible. Not impossible at all. Because, the debasement of money, the expansion of the money supply, right? Right now, we're hitting 1 trillion of debt or money printing every 90 days. 1 trillion of new money comes into the system every 90 days. 1 trillion. Just from the government alone, from the US government alone. Now, let's compare that to when did the US government get to 1 trillion in debt? That was in 1980. And so it took just over 200 years to get to the first 1 trillion in debt. 1 trillion, right? And now it's doing that in 90 days. 90 days. You see the connection here, people, right? They're printing what used to took 200 years worth of money in 90 days. So just so you understand exponential functions, right? Once again, if you watched the last show, right, we explained it all, right? If I double, or if I start with 1 penny, right, and I double every day for 30 days, right, most of you would take $1 million, right now, over taking a penny, doubling every day for 30 days. Because you just can't comprehend that you'll get over $5 million at the end of the 30 days. Right? So the same principle applies with the US dollar. Right? It is now at the termination phase. Right? Whether it's the 2027 or 2038, it doesn't really matter. It is going to happen. And when it does happen, it's like what we always say. People go broke slowly, then all at once. It's going to be all at once for the United States government. Okay. So make sure you have some Satoshis, right? Right now, go over there. Even if you have only a few dollars, right? Have some Bitcoin. Protect yourself, right? This is like your Bitcoin, on-chain Bitcoin ETF, right? Just decentralized, right? And it was decentralized in such a way so that unlike the ETF, the BlackRock, right? You could always go and get your Bitcoin. You could just manually do it, right? And if you want to know how, you just head over to the school, b4b.davincij15.com. I will be explaining, right? Doing a video on how you can take possession directly of your Bitcoin with your TSATs. Okay. Wow. You know what? Delta Knox, if you don't stop spamming, I'm going to have to ban you, okay? Just so you know. Okay, thank you. Look at this. The Bollinger Bands are at, I think it's an all-time low. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe this was like the tighter, all-time low in tightness, right? So tighter than a virgin, right? And so it's got its legs crossed. And that means the way the Bollinger Bands work, as a market tightens its bands, the bands tighten, that means there's an explosive move coming. Doesn't mean the direction is a specific direction. So the explosive move could be down. That hurt. But no, as you know, right? Bitcoin, people are buying it in like record amount. So obviously the explosive move is clear where it's going. It's up. So it's an easy bet. And you want to bet on this right? The best thing for you guys to do is head over to X, just click on here and oops, let me just get over there. Sorry. And click on X, type x.dj15.com. All right, I have a lot of exchanges here that you can use. My favorite is Bybit, but here, this one is giving you 100K. So you might want to take advantage of that if you got a little bit of cash. Of course, you're going to need some serious cash to get that 100K bonus. But once you do, that 300K is a big bet on Bitcoin that's only going up. You don't go too crazy on the bet, but if you go 50%, that's a free 50% money, 100K on that's free because Bitcoin is going a lot higher. Like, I mean, it don't make no sense to not take advantage of these offers, right? And there's lots of these offers are based on where you are located, so you might see something different based on where you're located. The top 3 exchanges. Okay. 2 Morgans, J.P. Morgan and Morgan Stanley, are now recommending you own Bitcoin as part of the basement trade. A little late to the party there. Wee late. Not too late, just a wee late. Eh? Protecting your assets against relentless deficits, inflations. Are you still going to die on the hill? Bitcoin is going to zero.
Bitcoin is going to zero.
Yes, says Peter Schiff, right? He's like, Bitcoin is going to zero, right? He's like, Wall Street is so bullish on crypto that it's hard to imagine it's going much higher from here. Instead, it's very likely that Bitcoin and every crypto are about to be rug pulled by gold. As gold tops 4K, right, which we showed you, it's likely that Bitcoin will sell off, taking the rest of the crypto with it. Peter, I have something to say to you.
Bruh.
Stupid.
How about no?
How about no? How about that? Oops. Alrighty, I see here. There's lots of questions and stuff like that. Sorry, I don't have somebody here. I need a Solana. Yes, don't we all? You're live. I'm not live on X? Oh, darn. Yes, I am. There's people from X here. So it is working. Right? Let me just check. Yep, I got 1,300 people on X, right? So it is working, 1,300. Right, so. All right, I'm glad you are here to catch this, man. Right, and yeah, we'll talk about we'll give the meme coins some time. We'll get back to the meme coins, but first, right, we need to talk about just getting some T-sats, because you guys, I've been telling you, right? We've been telling you, like, to forget the meme coin, just buy one Bitcoin, right? We always started that show, the soap and towels area with that, right? The bull market hasn't even begun. Priced in gold, yes. Priced in gold, yes. We haven't begun, right? We've been slowly moving up, though. It's interesting, though. Keep that in mind. It's slowly moving up. So it's done pretty well. And it's just back to 2021 levels, the gold to Bitcoin ratio. And so basically, we're going to see this. Let's see here. What is this? 31 going down. Wouldn't that going down mean? Bitcoin priced in gold. I see. So I just get it. So going up would be good. Yes. Okay. So that's how much gold you get. 31 ounces. So there you go. It's still early juggling. Okay. Look at that. BNB tops all blockchains and 24-hour fees followed closely by Hyperliquid and Solana. Oof. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. ETFs now hold 1.7 million BTC. That's 89% US, right? In all the ETFs, right? And in the public firms, over 1 million, with MicroStrategy's only 63% of public companies' total amount of Bitcoin holdings. Meesh. This number cannot grow very fast without the price going higher. So these guys, right? They're in it to win it, and they're going to win it because, drum roll please, the only way to get more Bitcoin, is with price. That's right. That's right. If you want more, you're gonna have to pay for more, and that's that. Right? Plain and simple. BNB, okay. Nothing in the chat, but we'll ask your questions. Okay, breaking news, Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. Yes, that's true. Yes, guys, it has no intrinsic value. There is intrinsic value. It means that the value exists without anyone being here. That's what, I just realized what intrinsic value is, right? And I learned it from the AIs, right? It means it has value, its properties exist even if nobody's around, right? You're like, what? Yes. Because Bitcoin only exists with people around, right? Only has value with people around. Gold has its value even nobody's around. So why is that? Let's just say you're just one person. Can you have any kind of value of Bitcoin or dollars or euros if you're the only person? No. Right? And so she's right. Let's listen to her blather on. I think she's right here. Blather on. And then I'll continue my comments on that.
So can Bitcoin be like a digital form of gold?
Okay.
No.
That's the final answer, right? Shall we leave it?
You know, I hesitate to say that, but I say it because I have no fear. Because I know that the social media tonight and tomorrow is going to hit me like crazy, because that's the community that they form, and that's the belief that they have, and that's the confidence that they generate amongst themselves. But I still am of the view that there is no intrinsic value and there is no underlying value to it, which doesn't mean to say that there is no hype created as a result, that some can associate with a value, meaning a price, which then moves up and down depending on what happens, who is.
So, value comes from the existence of usefulness without anyone. So, for example, an acorn has all value to other animals or animals, right? That would exist if there was no animals, right? So there it is. And same with gold. Gold can be used to conduct electricity, and that is a value proposition of gold. It conducts electricity the best, regardless of people being here to find out that it does. You see the point? Do you see the difference between intrinsic value and non-intrinsic value, but perceived value? There it is. Bitcoin is perceived value. Yes. I'm not going to fight her on that one. I'm not going to fight her on that. This is logical. Right? It's simple. Right? And that's all there is to it. Right? And so I'm not smacking her. Not hitting her and stuff like that, saying, yeah, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. No. No. I'm going to concede the point. Same with the euros, though. Has zero intrinsic value, right? Same with, any paper money or any money that we use as based on perception, right? And that's it. There it is. That's blows your mind, right? I'm sure you thought it had intrinsic value, but it does not. Okay. Even everything bleeds against Bitcoin. Yes, that's the truth. Bitcoin, right? If you price it against Bitcoin, gold, right, is the only winner for the year. Overall, not so much for the month. For a 5-year plan, right? No, not a chance. Not a chance. Only MicroStrategies is up 100% because MicroStrategy is a leveraged bet against Bitcoin, on Bitcoin. So obviously it's going to do better over 5 years. So yeah, duh, right? But just remember, I just feel that it is a means of confiscation, and that is what MicroStrategy is because, they're going to eventually have to give this stuff up to the government. But you know what? Who knows? Michael Saylor is a very smart guy. He knows that's the case. So maybe he's got it set up so that, oh yeah? Well, it goes to zero too. You try to take it from me. Now that would be smart. Right? And he probably can, right? He's not dumb. There's ways you could set your Bitcoin holdings up so that, oh, you trying to force it out of my hands? Right? Boom. It just automatically goes to nothing because you can't do that. You can set it up to so that you can't do that. You can't force it out of his hands. You can't force it out of his company's hand. That's it. I don't know. Let's see what he's got planned, right? Because I'm sure he knows it's coming. And if he doesn't, he can't be that smart, right? Okay. I know the request seems fake, but I'm serious. Lo, I'll make something free for you. A badass BTC ring or a pendant. It's a massive opportunity for me. Okay. Email support at davincij15.com or info at davincij15.com, right? Ask for Anna for this request and mention this video that I said to ask, okay? Nah, already. Let's see here. Bitcoin will eventually dethrone gold, and the signs are clear. Yes, of course. What do you think about XPL? And how do you perceive the price action there now? I don't think about it. I'm going to just think about Bitcoin from now on, and that's it. Focus on Bitcoin. Yes, I like other coins, and I will hold some other coins like Caspa, of course. I think Caspa has future if they smart up. If not, that's fine. That's fine, right? They'll go the way of the dodo bird. I understand, right? So, for example, right, there's certain situations, even with like certain things that I've designed into this application that I must do in the future to actually grow exponentially this actual product, right? I know what they are, right? But for now, it's fine. Just you guys dealing with it. But when it comes to like multi-million dollar deals, it has to be structured a lot differently, right? And that's part of the plan. It's already in the works, right? I already set up multi-sig. I'm obviously going to set up voting and decentralize the process of ensuring that this thing stays freaking safe, that not even governments can gain access to it, right? So And when I say voting, just keep in mind that nothing will happen unless you guys vote for it. So, so the government can't come in and go no, unless of course Solana, right? The people, the person who invented Solana gets a phone call. Hey, nigga, you're gonna have to change that so we can get that Bitcoin from DaVinci. Then there's nothing I can do, actually, right? And that's possible. That is possible. And you're like, wow, it's crazy. Well, I mean, everything is decentralized to a certain point. If we have Bitcoin's the most decentralized, right? But it's not completely. You can't say it's this is the decentralized point. No, I'm sure we can probably invent something that much more decentralized, but we don't need to, right? And then there's something more centralized like XRP and the Federal Reserve. Yes, the Federal Reserve thinks they're decentralized. And they're not, obviously. And same with XRP. Anyways, guess who just walked in from the gym? It's Mr. M. Join us. We're live on the Daily Huddle Show. Right? So why don't you just join us here, man?
All right, yeah, sure.
See if you can. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, you all dressed up too.
Yeah.
I guess you didn't go to the gym.
I did shower in the gym.
Oh, okay, cool. So why don't? Oh, you know what? I need my mic too.
Put this on, yeah. How's it going, man? Whew.
All right, pretty good.
It's not getting any colder out there. Still super hot, hey guys. By the way.
Hey, so I was just telling them about the differences of decentralization. But yeah, why don't we ask some questions, and I'll finish off the show.
All right, nice. Let me have a look.
Yes,
chat is really busy.
Yeah, exactly. It's been busy in the chat, and yeah, guys. I really think that this TSAT thing. I'm focused both on the school and TSATs. I'm sorry, a lot of things are going to be put to the side for now. Still going to be supporting certain cryptocurrencies, right? But just not right now, right? And I do have plans for certain cryptocurrencies that will not die. But there is one actually that I haven't mentioned in a long time, guys. It's the DJ15 token. I'm going to be closing that off. Anyone who has the DJ15 token, please email support@davincij15.com, and we will give you a little bit extra. We'll give you the price and something a little extra for that token, so we can take those tokens off your hands and give you something extra. If you guys go out and buy DJ15 token right now, because you can still buy it, don't do that, because we're not going to cover you if we find out you did that. So don't do it. All right. So it's people who are holding for the long term. We're going to take care of them. Okay.
So this one is good. Kartash is saying TSAT is linked to Bitcoin.
Yes, it is. And we're going to, in the class, one of the classes we're going to do, right, and it's going to be published eventually, is how to convert your TSATs to BTC. It's a process, right? It's a little bit of a process, but you could take it all the way to actual Bitcoin on the chain. Straight on chain. And the beauty of it, it's not like you have to go through KYC. So if you got 10 Bitcoin, you're going to be able to transfer that without somebody going,
Hey,
where did you get that money again?
Password.
Where did you get
That's very cool.
And we're going to show you how to do that. So yeah, that's why I chose to back it up with TBTC and not WBTC. Because WBTC is trust me, bro, we got your Bitcoin.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
Oh, so you want to actually take Bitcoin home? Okay, no problem. Who are you again? And how much money do you make? And how did you make that money? And where did you get this WBTC? You're going to have to explain all that. Oh, you're going to have to show us all those transactions. Mm-hmm. And we have to make sure that you actually pay taxes on those transactions.
Of course. So can you sit over there?
So can you sit over here for a while?
Exactly. We're going to have a conversation now.
That's the process for WBTC to convert the BTC.
Yeah. Let's say trust me, bro, also, right?
Yeah. Now, do they have the Bitcoins? Yes, they do. right? But
And it's a big but.
yeah, exactly. You don't know if those things are hypothecated, right? And they most likely are, right? What does hypothecation means? It means that they borrow against those bitcoins, knowing that to do whatever they want, knowing full well you can't take easily possession of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The man says quantum computing can break Bitcoin.
No. Why? Because we talk about it in the school and why it's not, can't break it. And so if you want to know how, just check it out. Now, can it break an encryption? Yes. Yes, it can eventually. But Bitcoin was designed with the knowledge that all encryptions get broken in the future. And so they made some certain adjustments on how it works to ensure that your crypto, your money is safe should the encryption get broken.
Exactly. There will be some, for example, some Bitcoin that have been lost forever, or the
Exactly. That will be recovered. Yes.
That will be recovered, but that doesn't mean it's going to break Bitcoin.
No, it doesn't break Bitcoin.
It's different.
Yeah.
I love this one. 4,750, all my savings into Ethereum. I can't sleep. Well, I couldn't sleep either if I had all my savings into Ethereum. I don't know you, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, no financial advice, but I would draw a plan to move away from Ethereum to Bitcoin. That's what I would do.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe. Let's take a look at Ethereum's price to Bitcoin thingy. Let's see here if this chart is ready. So we took the target. Remember how I had the target here, guys? I told you that I wonder if I took off I took the fib off, but I told you that right here was the target. There it is. The fib's right here.
Yeah, it's there. They see the golden
right at the 38.2 from a reversal point, right? So it reverses from this point from the bottom, right? This is the reversal all the way up to the 38.2, and that's where it hit, and that's where it's failing. Now, good news for Ethereum people is that this looks like a bull flag. So
and there's also a retest on that.
Exactly, downward trend. Yes. So if we hold this downward trend and don't break through, right? This thing is going well. I mean, there's some good news and bad news, right? This thing is going a lot higher, but a failure at the 38.2 like this is not the big failure is not a good thing, and we didn't even like really cross it that much, and that's another thing. But if we break above it, we can see that we can come to, oh, look at that, another key level, the 61.8.
Yeah.
So there you go. So a break gets you up there. So what does that take you? That gives you a less than a double from here. So on Bitcoin, so you're still earning more Bitcoin, holding Ethereum, assuming that it gets up to its next key level, which is exactly where these wicks are, right? And so the 61.8, these failed wicks, these bouncing, trying to hold the level of the 61.8 last time. The amazing thing is this is a Fibonacci retracement from here to the top, and look, it's already pointing to key levels, which is crazy. Right? Crazy when you think about it, because why is the Fibonacci working with Ethereum when Ethereum is priced in Bitcoin? I mean dollars.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean dollars. Why is it working, and why is the Fibonacci sequence working? Think about that. Nobody's buying and selling Ethereum with Bitcoin. No one. Not anymore. They used to in the past, but not anymore.
I don't know today, no.
So how come the Fibonacci sequence works perfectly with it? That's right. It's because Fibonacci is how everything grows.
Yeah, so the number of the universe sequence, right? Also, I guess this works if you have a plan to then resell back your Ethereum into Bitcoin. Otherwise,
exactly. You have a clear place to where you want to sell some. Yes. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Makes sense. Let's see. How many you want more? We have a few more if you want.
Yeah, there's two more.
Like this. There was one that I liked here. We hold T-Sats. When would be the reasonable time to transfer into TBTC? Cycle top is near.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like you can transfer into TBTC at any time. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah. Someone was asking about liquidity, which is connected to this is got the one above. So this is kind of connected, saying, "Hey, I bought these sats, but wondering why liquidity isn't locked."
Okay.
It's kind of connected to the other one, right?
All right. So if we head over to, I decided. Oh, wait a minute. It's not published yet. That's right. Anyways, I have updated the frequently asked question because that's an asked question a lot.
Yeah, I get.
If we were to do that, right, what would happen is that's real money. It's real Bitcoin, right? Those Bitcoins would be locked forever, right?
Yeah.
Not only will it be locked forever, but it will accumulate with interest, as with fees forever, wiping out all Bitcoin that exists because it can't ever get out. Right? So why would I do that? Why would I lock it with my money and your money? It don't make no sense. Especially when you could easily take the TSATs and convert it to TBTC at any time. Ta-da.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess liquidity works only if you have a different. I mean, this is Bitcoin. The underlying asset is Bitcoin.
Exactly.
So that's why.
Exactly.
doesn't make
So
any
you
sense.
could. There's another website. So if the liquidity just goes to zero, there's another website which has all your liquidity. Let me show you. Let me show it to you. So this website here has all the liquidity here, and you can actually withdraw. It's got 3.3 Bitcoin, and you just swap your TSATs to TBTC. Boom. Right? Then, if you say, well, what happens if this website's is down? Well, you head over to About page, right? And you go to the GitHub, and you download the website, and you install it. You set it up on a web server, and then you have access to all your. That's it, because it's on the blockchain.
Sweet.
As long as we got it,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Nice. Awesome. Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So okay. Well, yeah. I guess that's all the questions we have for today. Thank you, guys. Make sure that you hold on to your TSATs and the Bitcoin, of course, if you're holding on to Bitcoin. And look for updates on the website. I'm looking to update the Satoshi website soon. And it's got lots more information to help you basically make a good decision on buying TSATs. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Cheers.